We're back for more, and this time around we're playing Super Jeopardy for the NES. Quarterfinal. Here we go.
Let's play Jeopardy!
And we have these as our 6 categories. Herbs and spices, technology, V cities, when it's allergic in quotation marks, the Bible, movies, and Great Scott. Notice Scott in quotation marks. Okay, these are good categories. I'll start things off with the Bible for 200.
For 200 points, the answer is...
The first 5 books of the Bible are attributed to him. Who is Moses?
Correct.
Could I have the Bible for 400?
For 400 points, the answer is...
What Lot's wife became when she looked back on Sodom. What is a pillar of salt?
Correct.
600, please.
For 600 points, the answer is...
This king pretended he wanted to worship the baby Jesus. Oh, Wendy doesn't know.
Incorrect.
I'm going to say who is Herod. That's right.
Correct.
The Bible, 800.
For 800 points, the answer is...
The number of people saved in Noah's Ark. What is 8?
Correct.
Bible 2000 for 1,000, please. I'm sorry.
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
She said, "Whither thou goest, I will go. Thy people shall be my people. Thy God, my God." Hey, Tiger. Ruth. Ruth. That was my hunch, but I wasn't 100% sure. But I'm not worried about it. We're going to move right on to the next clip. Great Scott for 200.
For 200 points, the answer is...
Known for refusing an Oscar, he accepted an Emmy for his role in Arthur Miller's The Price. Who is George C. Scott? Could I have Great Scott for 400?
For 400 points, the answer is...
An infamous 1857 Supreme Court decision declared he could not claim U.S. citizenship. Who is Dred Scott?
Correct.
Let's go 600, please.
For 600 points,
Dred
the
Scott.
answer is...
The Western Star who earned an A financial rating as one of Hollywood's richest men. Randolph Scott.
For 800 points, the answer is...
Ironically, by 1917, the year he died in a mental institution, ragtime was passé. Who is Scott Joplin? Great Scott 1000.
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
One of the first U.S. astronauts, he later explored the deep sea. Scott Carpenter. Alright.
For 200 points, the answer is...
The Sour Cream Companion. What are chives? Herbs and spices for
Correct.
400.
For 400 points, the answer is
A restaurant garnish that nobody ever eats. What is parsley?
correct.
600.
For 600 points, the answer is
Even if you can't cut it, it's good on hot dogs. What is mustard?
correct. For 800 points, the answer is
The other name for the Moluccas, derived from its prominent exports. What are the Spice Islands?
correct. For 1,000 points, the answer is
A man's name, or the herb that Pliny felt must be sown with curses and ugly words. What is basil? That is correct. Movies for
for
200.
200 points, the answer is
Alternating between Victorian and World War II settings, Basil Rathbone played this sleuth in 14 films. Who's Sherlock Holmes?
correct.
400 for movies.
For 400 points, the answer is
Spanky, Alfalfa, and Darla appeared in films as the Little Rascals and this. What is our gang?
correct. For 600 points, the answer is
The town that sailors Frank Sinatra and Gene Kelly were on in 1949. What is New York?
correct.
Movies for 800.
For 800 points, the answer is
He directed Gloria Swanson in Silence, then played her butler in Sunset Boulevard. Eric von Stroheim.
for 200 points, the answer is
Its nicknames include Egg Beater, Flying Windmill, and Whirlybird. What's a helicopter? Technology for 400.
for 400 points, the answer is
Civil War's Gatling gun was the first practical version of this. What is a machine gun?
correct.
Technology, 600.
For 600 points, the answer is
Before iron, the metals used for tools in ancient times were copper and this copper alloy. What is aluminum? No,
incorrect.
it's okay. Bronze. Alright.
For 200 points, the answer is
Italian city built on over 120 islands. What is Venice?
for 400 points, the answer is
Spanish city that lent its name to a variety of oranges. What is Valencia? Oops.
600 points, the answer is
Beethoven and Brahms, but not Bach, made music here. What is Vienna?
correct. For 800 points, the answer is
I'm gonna bet it all.
double.
Nevada's lively ghost town near the mythical Ponderosa. What is Virginia City? Correct!
Correct.
These cities 1,000.
For 1,000 points, the answer is
North America's second largest Chinatown is in this Canadian city. What is Vancouver? Right again.
for 800 points, the answer is
From 1801 to 1885, forerunners of the automobile had this low pollution engine. Steam engine.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
Tool designed by London blacksmith Charles Monk. What is a monkey wrench?
for 1,000 points, the answer is
9 men who came too late and stayed too long was the slogan of this 1969 Peckinpah Western. What is the Wild Bunch? $20,600 points at the end of the Jeopardy round.
Let's play Double Jeopardy.
Presidents. Famous ships. 1962. TV trivia. Oh, and finally, games. Alright. Huh.
For 500 points, the answer is
Time when the raven came rapping. What is midnight? Poe for 1,000.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
Appropriately, it was the form of Poe's first writings. Poetry, yeah, that was my guess.
for 500 points, the answer is
Animals who welcomed back Cotter. What are sweat hogs?
for 1,000 points, the answer is it's a daily double.
3,400. Daniel Stern is the unseen narrator of this Fred Savage series. What is the Wonder Years?
Correct.
TV trivia for 1,500.
For 1,500 points, the answer is
At his house party, kids said the darndest things. Art Linkletter, yep.
for 1,500 points, the answer is
In a Poe tale of terror, a murderer still hears a telltale one of these. A heart.
For 2,000 points, the answer is...
The series had stated there were 8 million stories here. The Naked City. Oh, that wasn't my guess. Thank God. Poe for 2,000.
For 2,000 points, the answer is...
The American director famous for a series of Poe films in the early 60s. Roger Corman. Oh, alright.
For 2,500 points, the answer is...
The hometown of the Anderson family and Father Knows Best. Springfield.
For 500 points, the answer is...
The only president to resign was Richard Nixon. Let's have presidents for 1,000.
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
For the only time in U.S. history, he had Congress suspend habeas corpus during the war. Abraham Lincoln.
For 500 points, the answer is...
The New York baseball team that set a new record for losing. Who are the Brooklyn Dodgers? Ah.
Incorrect.
Oop. The New York Mets. Alright.
For 500 points, the answer is...
Millionaires Benjamin Guggenheim and John Jacob Astor went down with this shit. What is the Titanic?
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
Its film, it's been captained by Charles Layton, Trevor Howard, and Anthony Hopkins. The HMS Bounty, yep.
For 1,500 points, the answer is...
Fashionable ship in the title of a Gilbert and Sullivan operetta. The HMS Pinafore.
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
After the U.S. blockade, this Soviet premier ordered Cuban missiles removed. Nikita Khrushchev.
Correct. For 2,500 points, the answer is...
The name completing, but we loved with the love that was more than love. I and my... Annabelle Lee. Alright. And it's raining outside.
For 500 points, the answer is...
The opposite? The number opposite 2 on a die. What is 5?
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
He takes a wife, who takes a child, who takes a nurse, etc. Who is the farmer in the dell?
Correct. For 1,500 points, the answer is...
It's the largest bill in Monopoly. What is the 100,000? No.
Incorrect.
It's been a while since I played Monopoly. The $500 bill. Oh, boopity boop. Famous ships for 2,000.
For 2,000 points, the answer is...
They committed themselves to the will of God, wrote William Bradford of this ship's voyage. The Mayflower.
Correct. For 2,500 points, the answer is...
U.S. ship aboard which the Japanese surrendered to General MacArthur. The USS Missouri.
For 1,500 points, the answer is...
He was said to have saved over 70 people as a Dixon, Illinois lifeguard. Ronald Reagan. Oh yeah.
For 1,500 points, the answer is...
Her obituary in Time read, she was a star though she never quite became an actress. Who is Marilyn Monroe?
For 2,000 points, the answer is...
Launched July 10th, it was the first communications satellite. Telstar.
For 2,500 points, the answer is...
James Meredith became the first black to attend this state's old university. Mississippi. Oh, okay.
For 2,000 points, the answer is...
Oh, uh-oh. Yikes. Wilson and he were both university presidents before being elected. Oh, she doesn't know.
Incorrect.
You fail. Dwight Eisenhower.
For 2,500 points, the answer is...
Washington and this fourth president signed the Constitution. Who is James Madison? Yeah.
For 2,000 points, the answer is...
The end person on this team, called an anchor, really pulls his weight. Oh, it looks like I cannot be caught. So I'm going to the semifinals. Tug of war. Super Jeopardy.
For 2,500 points, the answer is...
When you have in bridge, when you have a can, no suits on it. No suits in one, with no cards in one suit. Avoid. Alright. Oh well. I still cannot be caught. Tiger.
Let's play Final Jeopardy.
And the category is flags. Country's flag includes pictures of the British and Dutch flags. I'm just gonna say what is India. Could be right, could be wrong, but either way, I still go to the semifinals. South Africa, but it doesn't matter. I still go to the semifinals. Alright. Let's do this.
Let's play Jeopardy.
Here we go. Bees, dolls, mythical creatures, U.S. states, four-letter words, chocolate. Alright.
For 200 points, the answer is...
Its name comes from the Middle English word bumbleum. What is the bumblebee?
Correct. For 400 points, the answer is...
Common term for an apiculturist. What's a beekeeper?
Correct. For 600 points, the answer is...
A large crowd of bees on the move. What's a swarm?
Correct. For 800 points, the answer is...
Honeybee colony should include the queen, workers, and bees. What are drones?
Correct. For 1,000 points, the answer is...
Fed to larva, it's a creamy substance rich in vitamins and minerals. What is nectar or no?
Incorrect.
Royal jelly. All right.
For 200 points, the answer is...
Both South Dakota and Florida have this nickname. What is the Sunshine State?
400 points, the answer is... It's a daily double.
The state that is usually called first at presidential conventions because it's first in alphabetical order. What is Alabama?
Correct. For 600 points, the answer is...
With New York City and Philadelphia in mind, Ben Franklin called this state a Roman shank tapped at both ends. What is New Jersey?
Correct.
Alright.
For 800 points, the answer is...
The world's largest chocolate factory is in this state. Pennsylvania. I wanted to say that, but I wasn't sure enough.
For 200 points, the answer is...
Diabolical name for a rich chocolate cake. What is devil's food?
For 400 points, the answer is...
In the 1600s, brick dust was sometimes used to improve the color of this chocolate powder. What is cocoa powder?
Correct. For 600 points, the answer is...
The Aztec ruler could drink 50 cups a day of a wine and chocolate mix. Montezuma.
For 200 points, the answer is...
This inventor put a mini phonograph on a doll to make it sing, but it didn't sell. Who is Thomas Edison?
For 400 points, the answer is...
Popular prize on Circus Midways. Artist Rose O'Neill modeled it on her baby brother. What is a Cupid doll?
Correct. For 600 points, the answer is...
In 1851, this company introduced the first American patented vulcanized rubber doll. What is Goodyear?
Correct. For 800 points, the answer is...
In 1968, Charlton Heston filmed in which a human doll-proof man came first. Planet of the Apes. Oh, alright.
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
This New England state has no cities at all with over 40,000 people. What is Vermont?
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
On TV, she was My Living Doll.
For 800 200 points, the answer is
Chocolate Time USA. What is Hershey?
for 1,000 points, the answer is
South American country that's the leading grower of cacao beans. Also, what's Colombia? No.
incorrect.
Brazil, my original hunch. Oh well. You have to trust your first hunches. Ooh.
For 200 points, the answer is
The ASPCA said this one of the Bailey creature is a goat with its horn moved. What's a unicorn?
for 400 points, the answer is
Though clever as trickery, these Irish fairies never lie. What are banshees? No.
incorrect.
Leprechauns.
For 600 points, the answer is
Eternal bird of life that rises from its own ashes and is reborn. What's a phoenix?
for 800 points, the answer is
Renowned for courage, these beasts are part eagle and part lion. What are griffins?
correct. For 1,000 points, the answer is
Medieval alchemist's name for the lovely Lady Moon. Luna.
for 200 points, the answer is
Small shrub or big brigand successor. What's a bush?
for 400 points, the answer is
A chamber for the burial of the dead. I don't know.
incorrect.
I didn't mean to buzz it. A tomb. Oh.
For 600 points, the answer is
An iron hook used to land large fish, or a climbing hook used by telephone linemen. A gaff. Alright.
correct. For 800 points, the answer is
Foie Gras, France, or ant liver at Aunt Hester's. Pate.
for 1,000 points, the answer is...
The word from Latin meaning let it stand. It cancels an edit. Debt.
Let's play Double Jeopardy.
I said smell, double quotation marks, great movies, taps, fictional animals, Queen's English, and letter perfect. Alright.
For 500 points, the answer is...
Some folks call it Buckhouse. What is Buckingham Palace?
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
The Innisbray call it black slang. What is Pig Latin?
Correct. For 1,500 points, the answer is...
British woman calls a road in her stocking this. You expect a fireman to climb one. What's a ladder?
Correct. For 2,000 points, the answer is...
A Dartmoor alumnus gets a ticket of leave. A Leavenworth alumnus gets one of these. What is a vacation? No.
Incorrect.
Oh, parole. Alright.
For 500 points, the answer is...
His three sisters were Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail. Who is Peter Rabbit?
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
Breed of Cujo. Stephen King's Devilish Dog. What is a Great Dane? No.
Incorrect.
Oh, a Saint Bernard.
For 1,500 points, the answer is...
Cockroach Beheadable, the alley cat. Archie.
Correct. For 2,500 points, the answer is...
Child's toy of the British call a catapult. A slingshot.
For 500 points, the answer is...
This Western topper actually holds only about 3 quarts. What's a cowboy hat?
Incorrect.
Tim Young hat. Oh, alright.
For 1,000 points, the answer is
Slang for a construction worker. What is a hard hat?
For 2,000 points, the answer is
Major was a Boer whose deathbed speech led to revolution of this 1946 George Orwell novel. What is Animal Farm?
correct. For 2,500 points, the answer is
Rat, Mole, and Toad are friends in the Statue of Lake Cat Friend classic. What is The Wind in the Willows?
For 1,500 points, the answer is
French cat that has become a symbol of the U.S. Vietnam Corps. What is a beret?
correct. For 2,000 points, the answer is it's a daily double.
Graduate's cap. It sounds like a plasterer's tool. What is a mortarboard?
Correct. For 2,500 points, the answer is
Cap named for Moroccan City. It is often seen on Shriners. What is fez? What is a fez?
for 500 points, the answer is
Steve McQueen and James Garner hatch a Powell plot. What is The Great Escape?
correct. For 1,000 points, the answer is
Robert Duvall is a good Marine, but not a good father. The Great Santini. Alright. Oh.
for 500 points, the answer is
Uh-oh.
it's a daily double.
Oh, foop. Susie. Oh, no. I know this one. Got it.
Correct. For 1,500 points, the answer is
Around the World with Curtis, Wood, Lemon, and Falk. The Great Race.
for 2,000 points, the answer is
Film in which Robert Redford flew high but crashed at the box office. The Great Waldo Pepper. Alright.
correct. For 2,500 points, the answer is
Young Richard Burton cuts the Gordian knot in this film. The Gordian knot in this film.
1,500 points. The answer is
Housekeeper to a septet of short people. Who is Snow White?
for 1,000 points. The answer is
Underworld slang for emeralds. Green eyes. Alright.
for 1,500 points. The answer is
In a Khan's diet song, it's repeated 3 times after it sits with no place to go. What does Let It Snow?
for 2,000 points. The answer is
A job for USSR's Arctica or a host's role at parties. To break the ice. Okay.
for 2,500 points. The answer is
Film featuring Rock and Ernie in a sub under the North Pole. I didn't mean to buzz in.
Incorrect.
Sorry. I don't know. Oh, Ice Station Zebra, that's right. It wasn't coming to me right away.
for 1,000 points. The answer is
This letter began all 3 names of the Vice President between Johnson and Agnew. What is S? Oh.
incorrect.
Shoot.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Correct. for 1,500 points. The answer is
This letter stands for a chess piece and a blood group. What is B?
for 2,000 points. The answer is
It rarely occurs in French and you can't hear it even in answer. What is W?
correct. for 2,500 points. The answer is
3 reindeer and a visit from St. Nicholas are named with this letter. What is D? Alright. Final Jeopardy.
Let's play Final Jeopardy.
Yeah, I have to do it. Old English resembles this modern language more than it does modern English. What is Latin? I don't know. German. Oh, so I'm gonna end up with $10,000. Oh well, that's alright. Did what I could. Oh well, I tried. I will see you all for that next segment right after this.